So let me give you an example, and I like this example because it's actually started from business problem. And I will show you in a few slides, hopefully, how by looking at a business problem that doesn't have any technical component, you could use the same approach and the same tools and find technical solution to a business problem. So the manufacturer of stainless steel products was producing a wrap, metal wrap for cable. And it's like, looks like that. This is a cable, this is a corrugated cable wrap, then they put around that. So one of the components. And of course, Chinese were coming in town and they were selling this 5 cents on a dollar. So company that was producing this component was kind of going out of business. What do you do? So your competitor slashes prices by 90%. What do you do? You try to buy this competitor, right? You try to think maybe if they do it in China and I move, I don't know, to the moon, it will be cheaper, right? So what we did, and when they exhausted all this, we said, let us try. And so we didn't know the answer, no preconceived ideas. We actually tell all our people are pretty creative, so when they see the problem, they all have gazillions ideas right away. And some of them are good. So what we all tell people, our people and the people who we teach, is you have an idea at the beginning, write it down, but continue with the process. Interestingly enough, 95 of these ideas go to garbage after you finish the process. Because when you had the idea, you were solving the wrong problem, and you were thinking in your pattern. Right? So we said, let's do it right. So let's use our approach without knowing the answer and see where it goes. So you start from creating a model of all the components that exist. What components exist in that, right? This is the core, fiber optic core, right? And this is a jacket that you have outside. The main goal of a jacket and everything outside is to prevent water from getting inside and damaging the core. That's why they said they have a special wrap, and they had a mesh to call superabsorbent particles. So if water penetrates into superabsorbent polymer, will grab this water and hopefully prevent it from spreading out. So anybody could do that, right? And then we created a functional model of this assembly. You see, this has nothing to do with that. It's completely different language. You could see here the boxes is components that we have. We'll just list them. And then we list what these components do to other components that they touch. Some of them is obvious, right? Jacket holds the wrap, wrap holds the web holds superabsorbent particle, and then web holds the core. So we'll understand this. And you can see I'm column blinded, so I have to go with what they tell me. Right? This is gray or green, I have no clue. And this is red, right? You see some lines are red. What is red? And have we ever thought about that? No. This is a new function that we discovered because this thing to interrupt. And you see, by the way, sorry I forgot, water has a different color and a different shape because this is what everyone in our system is focusing on. Right? This is our goal, to prevent water, stop water from getting inside. That's a new function, red one. Where? That does such a good job for us by holding superabsorbent particle and core. That's something bad. We call it harmful function. It distributes water. It's such a good guy that we relied on and working against us. And the wrap that we designed from stopping water does not do it really well. Dotted line means that you're not performing function at the level that you want to do. So you look at this model, and without doing too much of analysis, you already see what problems you have. And by the way, did you think about these problems before? No. We never thought about that. That web distributes that this is our problem that we need to focus on. Right? So the goal of function analysis is in a structured way to help us finding different problems that we haven't had before. And there's obviously rules how you put functions and rank them and all 9 million I will include. And another goal of function analysis is to help us value components of the system differently than we have valued them before. I like when I meet with executive, I like to kind of play some tricks with them. And one of the tricks that I always work, we discuss something with them, the kind of a products or technology that they need to improve. And I look at that and said, oh, let's look what components you have. And I try to put them on a map, what it does and how much it costs. I look at that and say, oh, you have a very bad product. How do you know that you've never analyzed it? I said, no, it's a very bad product. Why? Why I say that? Because I know that the value of of a component of everything is what it does for us, what it costs me. And when you have too many components here, it means that your design is bad. You pay a lot for not getting a lot. So at least you have to be around these lines. And the functional approach helps you in identifying this. It helps you even to look at that and run things different. Who would ever think that this innocent web is actually one of the guys that is not very valuable for us? Look how much it does. So functional approach is the cornerstone of what you do. It allows you to break psychological inertia. It allows you to use knowledge of other disciplines in the world. Because suddenly if you talk about holding, you could find gazillions of different ways. If we talk about increasing temperature, is one thing, right? So you have to think functionally, which is broader than object-oriented approach. It allows you to identify problems that differ.